The number one way that we save money while camping is we don't go out to eat. We cook pretty much everything. When we're out and about, we cook good. Bacon, eggs, toast, things like that in the morning. Sarah loves her cereal and hot cocoa with coffee.
It's mostly coffee with a touch of hot cocoa.
Sorry, mostly coffee with a touch of hot cocoa. She has come a long way. She never used to drink coffee at all. You know, steak, chicken breast, things like that. So we save a ton of money when we don't eat out, and that's our number one way for saving. So we've noticed with a lot of people the last couple of years of camping, a lot of people that leave early and obviously go out to breakfast, come back, go out to lunch, come back, go out to dinner, come back to the campsite. And we're just thinking, man, for a $20, $30, $40, even $50 meal, we're making it for half the price or even less than what they're paying to go out to eat. And we can control what we get. I don't know. I just think it's better, in our opinion anyways, if you're looking to save money. If you're someone who loves to go out to eat, has to go out to eat, then go out to eat. So you can save yourself a ton of money, and we're not sponsored by any of these websites whatsoever. We just really believe in these sites, and they seem to work out really well. Restaurant.com, if you're somebody who doesn't want to necessarily cook at the campsite, you want to go out for every meal, that's kind of your thing when you go camping, you go out and you try out new restaurants. Before you leave your house or before you leave your camper, get on your phone, get on your computer, laptop, tablet, whatever, and check out a site like restaurant.com where you buy a gift certificate for say $25, and it's basically a $50 gift certificate, so you're getting half off. Now you do have to use it at that specific restaurant, and you do have to spend $50 or more in order to use the certificate, but just remember you only paid $25 for it. So even with a tip at the end, if you get pretty close to that 50 bucks, you've only spent about $30, maybe $40 with a tip. And so websites like that are what we use. If we know that we're going to be going out to eat somewhere, we look up the city, we look up the surrounding area, and see if there's any restaurants that have certificates on a site like that. Groupon is also another great way to save some money. In their non-peak season, they will have really good deals like buy 2 nights, get 1 free, or buy 1, get 1 50% off. And you know, you're still saving some money there if you know that you're already going to be going to that area. Why not take advantage of it? It takes 5 minutes really to go on these websites and check this stuff out, and you know, you can save yourself a ton of money over time. Way number 3 that we save money while camping really was just kind of a one-time thing, but it's also a continuous thing, and I'll explain in just a second. We didn't buy much new when it came to dishes, did we?
Dishes?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So almost all of our dishes, our pots and pans and plates and forks and all that stuff, came from thrift stores. I think we spent a total of 20 bucks, I think it was $16 to outfit the entire camper. That included the coffee maker and the toaster. And then we did buy...
And a crock pot.
Oh, and a crock pot, that's right. Oh, I think the crock pot we bought later. So that put us over, that put us over $20, guys. So over 20 bucks. We actually equipped our entire camper, everything that you saw in that tour video, everything in it, for around $100. These cups, we did buy these when we were in New Mexico in February, and so these are the only new thing that I think dishes-wise is in the truck. Now,
it's a souvenir.
It's a souvenir cup, but they're really, really nice, and they're actually heavy duty. They're better than the Coleman ones, so we really wanted cups like this. The other crazy thing about this is you have to not care if your dishes match. Sarah, put up your cup and bowl there once. Well, I guess we did pretty good on this plate.
All right.
So this is my plate because it's the biggest one that we have, and this one's blue. The other one is like seafoam green, and then, you know, we've got these beautiful cups here.
I love these cups. Don't do them.
And they are beautiful. I mean, they are great cups. They work great for coffee. They are a little bit like grandma's.
Are you saying I'm old?
No, I'm not saying you're old. Maybe. We're old. So that saved us a lot of money up front, left us more money to be able to actually buy the things that we needed to buy new. How it continues to save us money is because everything that we have are actual dishes. We have to wash them. We're not burning up paper plates, paper cups, plastic silverware. Everything we have is washable. And so we don't ever have to replace it unless something breaks. Now we only have like 4 of everything. So if we had guests or whatever, they would have to bring in their own dishes. But really we're only gonna fit 4 in Scampy anyway. That we save a ton of money when we go camping is to plan ahead. Now I know that that's not everybody's favorite thing to do. Some people really enjoy going spur of the moment, not really know what's going on, and just kind of take it as it comes. And we enjoy those days too, but when it comes to saving money, you kind of have to plan ahead just a little bit. Like for instance, when we come to Duluth, we love to go to the Duluth Huskies baseball games. Go Huskies! Cheap tickets, and it's a really fun way to spend 3 hours as a family. But if you plan ahead just a little bit, you can get really good discounted tickets before the season starts. You do have to buy like 7 tickets at a time, but you get a hot dog and a pop along with those tickets. So I know the St. Paul Saints do things like that, and I'm sure many other teams do. So just check before you go into a certain area. Go on the website, we'll find out what campground we're going to, and we'll figure out what does it offer. Does it have a play park? Does it have open space? Does it have biking and hiking trails? We're here right now at Spirit Mountain again for our 2nd time with Scampy, 3rd time altogether, because our very first time we stayed in our tent. That was the last year that we actually tent camped. What we learned is that this campground per se really offers nothing other than your campsite. So for hanging out and relaxing, it's absolutely perfect. But no one wants to go out and do something. Because it is Spirit Mountain, it has an adventure park. But the adventure park is going to cost some money. So we'll check and see if there's any coupons online before we go. And also what we do, because we're only going to go to the adventure park because it's pretty expensive, we're only going to go one time this entire weekend. So what do you do the rest of the time? Sure, we could drive around, drive through Duluth, and we're absolutely going to do some of that stuff. But no one wants to get out and have little adventures of his own. So we bring with frisbees and footballs and baseballs and gloves, and that we can get out and do that as a family, and we just love it. And it's free. We're already here. The campground has some open space for us to be able to throw the ball around, throw the frisbee around, play catch. It's just a good family bonding time that doesn't cost us anything extra. Depending on what you and your family are into, you can usually find a lot of free stuff to do around a campground. Whether you're in Duluth, like we are this weekend, and we're just gonna go hit some beaches, we're gonna go walk along the shoreline, Noah's gonna look for agates. You can, as a family, depending on what your family's into, you can make some really cheap, if not completely free, fun out of your surroundings. That's another way that we save money. Up here hiking the river that we're hiking along right now, which is really loud in the background. I didn't put on yet my microphone, so hopefully you can hear me okay. Noah found it, yeah, but we've been hiking up. Yeah, Noah found this. We'll give him all the credit. But behind me here, I don't know if I can get it in camera or not, there's actually a little dam up there. You can kind of see it. I don't know if you can see it through the trees or not. I really can't get any closer to it right now, but anyways, pretty cool, the free things you can find in Lake Superior to do. That we save a ton of money is to literally just save money. What we do throughout the winter is we take our gas money. If we spent, let's say, $24.70, we couldn't quite round up to that nearest dollar. We'll take that extra 30 cents, we'll put it into our vacation account, and by the end of the winter we have a few $100s in there. It doesn't seem like it would add up that fast, but it really does. And it gives us kind of some carefree vacationing throughout the summer. We don't have to worry about where the money's coming from. And if we spend a little bit extra, the money's already there. Now, we kind of talked about this one a little bit earlier, and that is when you're at a campground, take advantage of what you're already paying for. So if they offer a pool, they offer maybe a hot tub, sauna, outdoor activities, take advantage of those. If you don't have a lot of extra money to spend and they're doing something like bingo in the evening, just plan your evening around it, have some fun. It saves money, you've already paid for it, and you might as well take advantage of it. Last way that we save a ton of money, it's probably the biggest thing that we do to save money while we're camping, and that is to make lists. Now, I'm not a list guy. In fact, before having the camper, whenever Sarah wanted to make a list for something, I was like, oh, not another list. But I have learned over the last couple seasons how well lists work. So we use 3 different lists. The first one, we keep at home. We keep it actually hung on an inside door of one of our kitchen cabinets. Bam, just like that. And it has things that we're gonna pack in the Scamp at the beginning of the year, and then it has our food lists for each and every time that we leave. So it's just a generic list. It's a pretty long list. We usually don't bring everything that's on that list, but at least it gives us a starting point. And it's really helped us not forget stuff. Even though this year was the first year that we had the food list, if you saw the video where I said we forgot coffee, that's right, that was a huge deal for us, and it was because we did not have the food list all the way made up. But coffee's on that list. So, and there's coffee. Number 2 on the list. That's list number 1. List number 2, we keep kind of in the camper. It's on a piece of paper, and we just make that list up. Things that we've noticed that we've used up. You'll find that some weekends you don't use anything up. You just can continue reusing some of the stuff that you have in there. And other weekends you'll go through a lot of things. So you'll want to make a list of, hey, are the cereals all the way filled up? We should probably go through and fill those up. Or the sugar, or whatever you're using up. It also works really, really well for things like, hey, we need batteries for the flashlight. And then the third list is one that Sarah makes up on her phone, and this is the list that we make right before we leave after every camping trip. And there's the things to put in Scampy list on Sarah's phone. What didn't we have that would be really nice to have in here? And also, what things are we gonna pull out of Scampy that we don't really use or don't really need? Like in the case of this weekend, we learned that we hate our fry pan. that's in our camper. It gets things stuck to it all the time. It's really hard to clean. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna look for a better fry pan, something that we can use over the fire and inside the camper both, and not have to worry about it cracking or breaking or anything like that. So that's our list of how we save money while camping. Let us know in the comments section if you've got other ways that you save money while you're camping. And we hope that this list has helped you out. And until next time, God bless. Did we buy anything new? Let me start that over.